Good morning. So it's me, and I just feel like I want to take a moment to just talk to myself and really just talk to some of my close friends and family. Most of you have reached out and called me, and what I realized is most of the some of the calls are just like, I'm really happy that you you know are getting this vulnerable, and how bold that was of this admission. And then I can hear in some people's voices concern and just like, hey, are you having a nervous breakdown on us, or are you okay? And yes, I am okay. And I was okay the other day too. I have a great life, and people that know me know that. But I guess what I want to clarify and take just a few quick minutes letting you know how I got to some realizations that I shared with you on the last video. In case, there's some of you out there that are wondering, like, what caused all this, or where did she come up with that from? So first and foremost, I know that this is all coming from the Lord, and it's the way that He wants to have a closer relationship with me, and just have a personal, intimate relationship where I know without a doubt that I can go to Him and lay it on the mat no matter what it is, and that He hears me, and that my prayers don't go to Him void, that they do return, and that He is working all things out in me. So whether it may seem menial to some, or some people can see that this is a big deal, it's my journey, and I'm just documenting it. I'm just sharing it. I just, need to verbalize it for one. It's a way that I'm putting my sin that has affected so many parts of my life, every single part of my life for a really long time. I'm putting it out there in the light, and also just, hoping that even if one person decides that they need to figure this out for them also, that they know that there is at least another person that's on this journey. And I welcome you to get in touch with me, especially all you twos out there, you helpers. I could really use a little powwow community and support from you in these next coming months. It makes me realize that I'm not alone either, and I'm definitely focused on supporting you, and especially as followers of Jesus, I am grateful and thankful that we can truly come together and be able to work on ourselves so that every area of our life points to the Lord, and in turn, when others are around us, they see Jesus in us. So that's my goal. And really quick, week or so ago, I took the Enneagram quiz, which is out there and available. It's been around for years, and it's just a quick personality kind of quiz thing. It's really easy. It's straightforward. It doesn't take a whole lot of thought, and that's the point to it. It asks you a certain number of questions, and without overthinking those, they've given you a couple options to answer, and then in the end, it kind of tells you based on your answers what your personality type is, and that was of no surprise to me. The personality type number 2 is a helper, and there's a lot to that, and there is a whole lot of good to it. And as is all the personality types, there's a whole bunch of really positive things in who we all are. But there are things about our personalities that are to our detriment a lot of time, especially if we don't know what that is. And so, anyways, I laughed super hard at this one sermon I watched, where this one church, the pastor took 9 weeks, since there's 9 different personality types. He took 9 weeks, a week for each personality type, and he basically did a sermon on each type. And oh my gosh, he was hilarious. And it was more definitely comedy driven, but the hard reality of what each personality type has as their core sin that we struggle with is a harsh reality, I think, for a lot of people. And so first of all, I didn't really know what it was. I didn't know what my sin was. And that's funny in itself. Of course, there's a lot of people that know what theirs is, and it's really blatant, and it's, whether you have an eating disorder or if you are addicted to porn, then your core sin is probably lust. And I didn't really take a lot of time to figure out what that was for myself until I did some of this research. So finding out that my core sin as a number 2 is pride was, hard for me to take, obviously. So somebody that's prideful is not going to want to hear that they're prideful. But when I did hear that, I think it hurt me for all the people in my life. So if they've probably recognized pride in me and never knew how to tell me, or maybe they didn't recognize it as that, but they probably recognized the sin in me that I carry around. Even though I am a nice person, I'm a good person, I'm a helper, but it's obvious that our sin creeps up in our life and really does a lot of damage. So I'm ready to do the damage control, and I am, first off, sorry if I've hurt anybody due to my sin, and I will continue to do that. I'm not going to fix this overnight. I may not ever fix it, but I'm going to definitely be working on it. And so I'm probably going to be having to sit with myself a lot more often than saying yes to people and keeping busy, because I need to check my intentions behind what it is that I'm doing. I probably do a lot of things to make myself look good, and that's the wrong intention. So my intentions need to be to glorify God in what I do. And if it's not going to do that, then I'm going to be learning how to say no, and I can't do that right now, and I'm not able to do that right now in a nice way, but it's what I need to do to be a healthy number 2. So that's just a quick basis for what you saw in the last video, and I hope that clears some things up. And I'll be doing more videos. Probably my next video, I'm thinking, will be regarding shame, and since that is a big caveat to a person that struggles with pride, I'm going to be praying about that a lot, and expecting to hear from the Lord as far as where in my life shame came in, and I want to deal with that next, and I'll take you on that journey with me. And I just wanted to clear this up. I want everybody to know I'm okay. I'm not still down in those bushes down the street down there. but that is also part of me. So if things don't go right, and I do tend to pull the covers over my head and run for the bushes. So I'm going to try not to do that so often anymore either. Okay. Thank you for just coming along this with me, and feel free to contact me, especially if you're number 2. And let's just make 2019 about us working those things out. And I hope if you don't know what your core sin is, I hope that you start figuring that out. And I think that you'll see a lot of good things come of it, even though it's a hard pill to swallow. So thank you again, and be blessed.